Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, it's yours truly, Riddle Grill. Just got back from my daily operations, and now we're ready to try the jerky salad. That's what I thought of naming it after some careful deliberation and briefing with my other personalities. I'm just kidding. I don't really have a split personality as much as other people where it's so bad they can't go outside. But there are parts of myself that are questionable. You already know. I'm gonna go with the regular Swiss cheese. Alright, I got the romaine, got an avocado, got some tomatoes. Those bananas are going bad, we don't need that. The watchursister sauce, the minced garlic, and let's see here. Extra virgin olive oil, that is Mediterranean sunflower oil mix, so it's only 20% of that good, which is okay. I thought I'd try something different. They didn't have the Pompeian extra virgin Spanish olive oil at the store, so we had to do some quick thinking. But that is pretty much what you need for the sauce. Also, they don't have oregano in a regular container. They got the bag. So that's your sauce. White wine vinegar, oregano, minced garlic. Mix it up. A little bit of watchursister sauce, and finally the olive oil. Really, if you're making like a bigger batch, you want to slowly add the olive oil so that it's properly blended. Otherwise it's kind of just separated and looks kind of ugly. I don't have a cutting board. My tropical case manager is going to get me a cutting board, hopefully a dustpan, and a few other small items. So I've just been using the old plate for a cutting board. And yeah, we got Swiss cheese here and this delicious sun-dried tomato turkey. And that's pretty much, and then of course the small Haas avocado for the coup de grace. This is an altered 1905 salad from the original Columbian recipe, dating all the way back to circa 1905, when I think they were Italian immigrants that moved to Colombia. I'm not sure, but the restaurant itself features cuisine that is a very, how do I put this, complementary blend of Italian and Hispanic cuisine, particularly Colombian cuisine, hence the name Colombia. Okay, that's it, folks. We're just gonna go ahead and jump right into this and waste no time. We're gonna put the camera up here. Turn the flash on. Is that too bright? Just to compensate for my lack of lighting. And here's this beautiful big bowl. We're only gonna need 1 or 2 tomatoes. Oh, first things first. Wash your hands, folks. Don't forget to wash your hands. I'm using Dawn Platinum, and I bought it originally to mix with baking soda and make a paste. to rub into my clothes to get rid of castor oil stains. So it's heavy duty stuff. You really just need the cheap Ajax or your generic antibacterial hand soap. Alright. We're gonna rinse these tomatoes. They look clean. They look crisp. It's giving France on Valentine's Day, but we're gonna rinse them anyway. You really want to rinse all your produce and vegetables that you buy at the store, really to get dirt off them. But germs, I guess, if you're a germaphobe. Alright. I don't have a pit digger, so I'll just use this here old knife. Oh man, that was kind of a fail. Yeah, I need that pit digger. These are kind of, these tomatoes aren't the freshest. But that's okay. They'll get the job done. Am I right or am I right? Gosh, you can tell that I'm not a general surgeon here. That one's like really pink. Huh. What are they putting in these tomatoes, man? And yeah, I also don't have a knife. Like a proper knife. Unfortunately, I had one that's not for cooking and I had to surrender it. And I'll be getting it back from a sergeant here in town because I had a situation and they're just, you know, really busy in this part of the world, dealing with your regular amount of crime, and then of course, you know, that's like your 50 out of 1,000 knuckleheads that just want to do nothing but break every law like it's a bone in their body. And what was I gonna say? Plus everything that's going on right now. They're swatting the shit out of people that have been here for a while. And lots of cases of mistaken identity. You know what I mean? And that just gives people like pretty bad trauma when your door gets kicked in and a barrel is staring you down the face, or you're staring down the face of a barrel, you know what I mean? That might be enough. Yeah. Probably could have gone with one tomato. And when I say I had to surrender my contraband, I didn't have to. I have every right not to. I wasn't committing a crime. I was trying to prevent myself from turning into a criminal, like a freaking agent in the Matrix, bro. I went full on swarm mode almost. Swarm mode. Almost had a liberal meltdown. Oh, what am I doing? Those are the ones that I wanted to use. Take the bus to school. Alright. Save those bad boys for later. I don't need to rinse the plate, we're good. Next step, put the tomatoes back in. Alright. I use this smaller one. Alright. Yeah, you know, I'm having it's a great time. Great time where I'm at right now. I'm not gonna let, you know, less than 50 people, really less than 30 people that I've come across, ruin the good nature of the rest of the people that have really helped me, especially the clergy. Clergy is way different here, at least at the Presbyterian church I've been going to, man. They sing all their hymns in Spanish. Part of the service is in Spanish. Their creed is in Spanish, and the doxology is in Spanish. So I'm learning a little bit of Spanish again, and that's going to be necessary because of the demographic. It's 81% Hispanic and 60% female, so that's 2 reasons why I should probably learn Spanish. Or learn more Spanish, you know. I'm not even conversational, let alone fluent, but I know a couple verbs, a couple phrases. Muerte a todos los blancos diablos. You know, stuff like that. You can't even find that quote on the internet anymore. They were quick to centralize that bit of information. Alright. What is the next step? Avocado is a coup de grace. Rinse the plate. So, unfortunately, I don't have a cutting board, or you really want 3 cutting boards. You know, one for your fruit and vegetables, one for your meat, and one for your cheeses. Most everybody that cooks at home for themselves does it all on one cutting board anyway, but you really want 2. One for your red meat and then one for everything else. Four pieces of sliced cheese. The recipe calls for Swiss. You really want the Switzerland Swiss brand, which is, I think it's Boar's Head, and it's imported from Switzerland. And it's the best stuff ever. Sodium content is closer to half of regular cheese. Back when I started altering this recipe, I was trying to watch the sodium content because of my blood pressure kind of going up from lack of exercise. I'm 34 now, so, you know, I started experiencing some symptoms that I was very unfamiliar with, and it felt like I was dying, but really I'm just kind of soft like this cheese. But yeah, your metabolism and a few other biological factors kind of go downhill when you hit mid-30s, and you gotta watch stuff, especially nowadays, man. once I started watching my sodium and sugar intake, I realized that a lot of single serving stuff, pre-made serving, when it comes to like entrees, they're putting 100% of your recommended sugar and sodium into one serving size for a typical entree. And there's only been a couple of days where I only have one meal. Breakfast obviously being the most important. Sometimes I'll only have two. You really want a decent sized breakfast, a decent sized lunch, and a larger sized dinner. Alright, so that is your Swiss cheese. Next step, the turkey. I go with about 4 slices as well. I got a pound. See if it's still as fresh. Oh yeah. God, it tastes like jerky, bro. I love it. The good old jerky salad. I kind of butcher it. I'm not fancy. You can have your julienne cut, your Caesar cut, freaking Ronald Reagan cut. I don't care. Oh yeah, try to get each method of operation on camera, folks. No secrets, no more red tape, amen. Okay, next step. Put the meat back in the refrigerator. And go ahead and do this avocado up. Oh, you missed that. Okay. So I just cut around it, and the pit usually slides out if you're blessed. If you're not blessed, and the avocado is super fresh, you're gonna have a little trouble getting that pit out without damaging the flesh of the avocado. And you want to treat every avocado with the most amount of respect possible. They're the most delicate and sensitive fruits or vegetables. Is avocado a fruit? Yeah, because it grows on a tree. And it's above ground. But I think vegetables are actually technically fruits, like when the etymology of the word, it's not really, there's not much of a difference. They're all the same, really, technically, when you think about it. Vegetables and fruits. Anything that bears seeds. And it's just really a classification of, I think, vegetables typically grow in the ground or like on the surface of the ground, and then fruits are from trees and stuff. But I'm not an expert, you know. Alright, this step here, I use my thumb to get under that. Boom. This one kind of sloppy. Nice and juicy avocado. You really want your avocados to be moist and juicy. and moist, juicy, and submissive. That's you know, that's an avocado, if you ask me. And you slice it and you dice it. Doesn't really matter. I set it to the side. It's the coup de grace. I do not mix the avocado in with the salad and the dressing because I like my avocados to taste like avocados. Am I right or am I right? Okay. What am I missing? Oh yeah. Teaspoon measuring cup. I do this by eye. I forget what the original measurement, excuse me, the original measurements were. I'm gonna go a little less garlic because this minced garlic I got is just not the same as this product from where I'm originally from. And I'm only going to the nearest grocery store. I'm not quite acclimated with the lay of the land as much as the locals, but that will come with time. So eventually I'll find out the cheapest place to go to, the place with certain products. You know what I mean? I really just studied the basic layout. You know, there's about 100 cell towers in this municipality of over 71,000 people. So, alright, that was just your regular white wine vinegar in a nice glass bottle, fancy. Put that back. This goes back on the drawer / cabinet. Alrighty. The oregano. Oregano. Salad dressing. That's about it right there. You don't need too much for one serving. And I think technically you're supposed to make dressings, most dressings, and then let them sit or like cool or, you know, blend the flavor. The flavor blends over time for a lot of dressings, like about 12 hours. Like, you know, like the dressing has a half-life of 12 hours. Last time I used a little too much watchursister sauce, so we're just gonna go with less this time. Less is more, isn't it? Except when you have 80 million citizens assume the position of voter apathy. Alright. Mix that first part up pretty good. This oregano is kind of dry. Gonna have to find a new dealer. Alright. That's that. Next step, the oil. Time to oil up, folks. Alright. You want to mix this for about a minute. Oh gosh. Squirt people, man. Alright. Yeah, when you're making this bulk, you want to slowly add the oil in, so you kind of don't have to do what I'm doing as much, even though you are going to want to do it anyway. And then of course, if you're using a food processor with the twin-sized V8 turbo blade, all you gotta do is press a button, and then it'll go on automatic Mach 10 speed, and you can just slowly almost drip the oil in at even increments, so you get a solid blend. And yeah, this minced garlic I use is darker in color and would probably make Drake move to another country. I'm just kidding. That wasn't a very funny joke, or it didn't make as much sense. It would make Dracula not go outside. Because vampires don't like garlic. And this stuff is like more garlicky. Probably been sitting on the shelf for a while now. Alright, that's been about a minute. What runtime? 27. Alright, here we go. Shloop. Trying to get as much of those leaves and product into the bowl. Do a quick rinse. I'm trying to quick rinse all my dishes and then come back after I'm eating and wash them all. I don't like leaving the sink with dishes in it overnight. That's lazy. I don't know how people let dishes stack up in their home. I don't know how. I mean, I do, because I've done it before. But that was one time. I was 23, and it's kind of a case of monkey see, monkey do. Alright, I don't have tongs either. I need tongs, so we're going with the powder-free vinyl gloves. And here we go, folks. The moment you've all been waiting for. I'm going to toss this salad on camera for free. Look at that. Can you believe it? You spent your whole day not knowing that you were going to see Riddle Grill toss a salad on YouTube for free. Alright. That is it, folks. Real simple recipe. Real simple recipe. And of course, the avocados, the coup de grace, is sub for olives. Sub olives for avocados. Let's go ahead and put that on the plate that I used as a substitute cutting board. See if, am I gonna eat all this? Yes, I am. I am hungry today. All I had for breakfast were a few of those peanut butter cookies we made in our last video. And there you have it, folks. And then, you know, for presentation, you want to segregate these avocados here around the perimeter of the jerky salad. All right, There we go. Look at that. You get a nice look. Let me turn the flash off. Let me try to turn the flash off. And take the glove off. Bowl goes in the sink.